Welcome back, everybody, to Dren608 Plays. This is another in the series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like what you see, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notify button. You'll be notified when I upload videos and or other schedule streams, things like that. Okay. One thing I did forget to do for myself, I did everybody else's when we were leveling up. I did everybody's spells, but it looks like I get another spell. So I can memorize another spell. I have aspect of the Falcon, but the thing I am carrying gives me that. So I'm thinking I'm going to take an entangle, slow down my enemies, and this lasts for 1 round per level. I can bring somebody else out, or I can make my bow even better. It's 1 minute per level, so I think we're gonna do the Hurricane Bow in case I'm running into really nasty mess. Because the bow I have can also do aspect of the Falcon. So that's just updating my spells. Otherwise, we are ready to go and find out what happens when we say that we've done it. So rest off awaits. I plan to set off right away. So away we go. Fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restop. Okay? And first to the River Freedom. Say what you will, I live free. It doesn't mean you won't get beaten up for what you say, though. Alright, so we walk in here.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it.
Liar.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the stolen lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Can I choose not to take it?
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections.
Oh, crap. It's going to be a talkie.
Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Wonderful.
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti. Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation. What's now called Brevoy was originally 2 different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the 2 states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker. We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Issia. But their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question. Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Mager Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain. Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selemius.
Okay.
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Koral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
Okay.
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils. How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Cute. All right.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Yes, I do.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
All right. So I gotta go talk to people. Who's this? Lander. Handsome, well-dressed man of 17-year-olds looks at you with a split smile. Slayer of the Sailors Gang, seem to be there. Please make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander. No last name, no title. Say I'm here incognito. One of my search and spice keeps something to itself. That's precisely why I wanted to see I'm an heir to one of the Brevoy's noble houses. Which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. Okay. Country and secret servants, so I can see it for myself, not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. Proof, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to take a part of it. Rule a part of it someday. Okay. Imposer steps on you as a server, so I refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While I'm trained to have... They may have trained to have this half-orc to swing the sword. I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of greater value to you, but no, for sure I have a firm position in my family. Oh no, I'm not from here. Alright, I'll consider your proposal. Not really. Guest. Harim? Does Harim talk to me? Feast in times of pestilence. Okay. Guest. Oh, who's this? This is somebody that looks like he's a normal person. Oh, this is one of my neighbors. Gorgeous clothes, hide. Rippling muscles beneath him. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Okay. Baron, and you must be the Staglord Butcherer. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but you took out the Staglord and his gang, and so sort of is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Sir, prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Germani would have simply given all of the stone lands to me. I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons. Hey, the likes of you and Bar. Alright, so I don't want to talk to him anymore. Don't like him.
I'll go ahead.
Octavia. Try the eclairs. Okay. Victory, freedom, bottoms up, bottoms up. Yeah, he's drinking. Anybody else here? Oh, Valerie. I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to Valerie. You're going to make me talk to this person. Annoying. Okay.
Will you drink with me?
What the heck?
To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones.
Okay.
But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
I have a kingdom to run, girl.
Your caution is reasonable. Well, I'm going to visit the capital of your newborn barony anyway. I might rent a house, Find me there if you decide you're interested in my offer.
Okay.
So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Okay. Goes away. Val, what are you up to? Sitting here all alone. Lost my taste for high society. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is my one of my enemies. What I got here? Oh, I've got Tristan. Let's go talk to Tristan. So already it seems has given them new hope. Okay, Lindsay. Pour up to the brim so that. Oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Keston Gates. Caress. Oh, Tartucci. Hick. Well, scum. And how did we? Maybe. What did he say? Maybe I've had one too many. Okay, people are drinking. Magar Varn, one of my neighbors. More comfortable and better than the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly as though it's borrowed. There's a few pale scars across his face, dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail, and a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Okay. I'm Magar Varn, new ruler of Dunsward, neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord. By the way, not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title Baron? Just told my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Giovanni already needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of the mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Warnling host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. Done some work for Giovanni before us. Time and task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters, built a small fort to hold the place, and for that, a barony and land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel about being a noble? Looking at his rich clothes. Barn smirks. Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. Yeah, it was nice. What's this? He nods towards an arrogant man in the other corner. Baron Drevlov? He's not like us. Who knows what generation of Baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand, but you and me? We're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise you'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. Okay, it was nice meeting you. Good. Come pay us a visit. Yeah. Okay. Try. I don't know where you're at. Amiri's got to be eaten. Her wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizer's barely a mouthful. Yeah. Give her real food. What's wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Tyler? This is the one I'm not supposed to trust. An old lady in a low voice, upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You're not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is this a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you and your barony. And what do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Outriders' friends didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. See, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone to an independent remnant to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on that, really. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. Eldorei won't dare to rebel, knowing that they will immediately become trapped. Get out Brevoy, avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. Sorry to give an attempt to depose your guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her lowborn stepson, the green-skinned boy, Cassiel. Up to you, of course, but I would recommend a different effort. Please meet Chandra Merve, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. Okay. Next time gives a slight bow. Would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. Okay, that's the one I read about. She's the one that can be a counselor. I only have one companion, Tristan, according to the table, that can become the counselor. And she could be my backup if something happens to Tristan. Casil can only become a general. And Lander can only become the regent. So I'm doing this from a standpoint of just needing to have somebody as a backup kind of thing. All right, I think I talked to everybody. 20 minutes in. Shall we go and make our decisions? So guest, Jamande, Casil. I can go talk to Casil before I talk to Jamande, and I'll talk to him. Today is a historic day for Rostov and maybe for all of Brevoy. How about Joseph? Ah, he gives me a conical. Full sideburns. Yeah. Interested in a golden eyeglass. Well, now, it isn't the hero of the festivity, protege of our dear Demande. Not her protege. He pulled all this off of my cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced the Enterprise would succeed. Even battle on Pitaxian wine against you, but I'm happy to admit I was wrong. I've always been adept at finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem, I am Joseph Sinner, Lord Mayor of Rostov. I rule this town and adjacent lands as your northern neighbor. I hope we can look forward to a long and faithful friendship. No, not likely. So you're huge complex and encompasses many here in the part of the Rostov. Spirit of Northern Freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course, but the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the domains of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It's especially important now to certain events that I probably don't need to name. Yes, okay. Our lords used to rule Rosland, but they're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region. But it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among citizens considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. Okay? Aspiring passion needs to be well informed and taken care of. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling house of Rogovaria. Can you imagine it? Old man who all conquered our land 2 centuries ago. It would be a shameless lie to say that nobody wished his royal house could have just disappeared into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof, all over the country. Every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It is a mystery, but a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. That sounds like, big nasty magic thingy that just happened. He must have made a deal with the devil? I mean, that would be my thing. He made a deal with some demon or devil, and his time was up. And so all of his family paid for it and went poof. So how are things here? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, population grows, citizens are happy. Recently, especially after the disappearance of House Brigade, more and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about their most shocking things. But those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. Okay. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for the construction and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. That sounds like a lie. 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure you would be a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services to Restaurant's Builder School. Do we have a deal? Jeez. He wants a monopoly on building stuff. If I take the monopoly, then he's going to... At some point, he's going to raise the price on me so that he's going to get back his money. Right? Well, I'm taking a Surtov. Taking House Surtov is my thing. I don't know. This is probably wrong. It's nice meeting you. Get out of here. All right, let's go talk to Jamande. I think we're done.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Let me talk to you about the envoy I'll be taking.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Actually, I'm going to take Chandra Murphy.
The emissary of House Surtova? Well, perhaps it's for the best. As they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yep.
Excellent.
Stand here. Okay. Now we get another cutscene, and that'll probably be me putting in a save after this.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Mager Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, The tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Baron Dren the First. Long years, yeah. Holding your space and attack. Okay, wow. No traveling, I guess. We just kind of show up there? Where the heck am I going? Where am I?
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort.
What'd you do with the
That
owlbear?
is how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
What'd you do with the owlbear? I wanted the owlbear to be my pet. You got rid of my owlbear. I want my owlbear back. I made friends with him. He helped us fight. So, Custom salutes you. Welcome, Your Grace. Seeing you a bit anxious, seems like he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate on your victory and your new title, Lady Jemima. Transmit her. I am at your disposal. I am not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. You're welcome on behalf of your new capital citizens. Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived. The new ones approaching as we speak. While you're visiting Rostov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Eldora, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? Somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on where exactly I am. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jod, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Are there any citizens I should know about? Your old acquaintance Jod is right here. Aristotel's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. So the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit. A blind elf. Desna only knows how... Desna must be a god? Great dreamer, Lady Luck, Mother Moon. Okay. Only knows how he managed to get here. He seems a peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd. So I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about it, I guess. What's the mood of the people? Submit, I've never seen anything like that my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of ours. Since the moment today, they're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too clearful or chatty. I normally feel out of place amongst all this tradition, but today it's just one of those days. Alright. Where can I get a drink? I'll make sure to show you the moment we enter the city. Tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work. And, I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during your reception. I drank a little too much. It is a day for celebration. Alright, let's look around the city. So we follow him around. I guess we'll spend a few minutes running around here. He's gonna show me stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bowing to me. We are, well, you're new subjects. We're selecting a site for building our house. Okay, that's nice. Do I really need to see all this? That's way too long. Wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw a garbage at your neighbor's heads, though. Ouch. Gets punched? Come on! Why is it taking so long? This is way too long. They assume that I'm reading it like a second grade level? Good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. Yeah. Do you recognize this place, Your Grace? This is where the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him in the end, huh? And here... Come on, what is this? Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of the town. Okay. It's not even a town, it's only a village. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold street festivals and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Okay. Yeah. Man, these text boxes are too high. They're on here way too long. Right from your square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. Okay, there's a tavern over there. Tavern's ale is blessed by Caden Killian himself, I swear, and the lady who owns it is a gem. Alright. Bird of Aaron is tall as a troll, has hair of pure gold, and can breathe fire. Oh, I can? Cool. That's all nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire, trust me. We can, huh? Okay, cool. I didn't know I could breathe fire. I have to look for that one. Welcome, Grace. Glad to serve you. Yeah, okay. Freaking guards. Yeah. Okay, enough of the bowing. Those are our guards. They keep order of the city or keep their mouths busy with stuff. Okay. There's Harim. Some people. Alright, I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. Okay. Yeah, we get to see a very sketchy drawing off in the distance. Okay, enough. That's too much. This is your residence. That's where we'll head now. Okay, are we done? Okay. So here we are. 30 minutes and we're in our throne room here. Okay. Guest ingress. So now we reach the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Keston tucks his thumbs under his belt and stands quietly. Okay. And this is the broad that I brought with me. It's good to see you, your grace. The emissary of Netrosar greets you with a brief bow. Let's dispense with the formalities and get straight to business. An emissary of the Royal House Sotovia, I'm here to offer you advice and make sure you don't do anything reckless. Hope my experience in diplomacy and policy will be of some aid as you make your first steps as a ruler of the barony. Barony effects: community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, arcane +3, stability +3. New event: trade agreement with Sotovia. End of the month. Agreement with Joseph Salinas. Events keys offer: pillage the Temple of the Elk. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Okay. Main things you know is that the Baron can solve some of the problems by giving orders to their representatives and advisors. But there are some things you simply can't delegate. Issues of special import, such as complicated court hearings or serious threats to security, will demand your personal presence at the capital. Information about these kinds of events will always appear on the map. New event: trade agreement with Sotovia. Event of the month agreement. Yeah, okay. The events they told me were coming anyway. Remember that you should visit the castle first at the beginning of each month. By tradition of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, it is then that rulers address the day's most important issues and receive visitors. Today you should choose candidates for the highest positions in the barony. It's not my place to offer my own thoughts in this. All the same events. Okay. Your clerics, Judd and Tristan, were the first to ask for an audience. I shall leave you to your capable judgment. Be wise, and your rule shall be long and fruitful. Okay. Why the heck can't you people leave me alone? I mean, congratulate you on receiving the title, and I'm confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Yeah. But to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, sleeping it with putreds. I can't speak. I'll say that word someday. Ugh, I am disgusted with whoever could. And now there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescience as at the Temple of the Elk. What is this place and where is it? There is a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. Locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark guards will help, though back in ancient times there is no longer any trace of such rituals. The air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. Baldtop Hill has been revealed. Okay. We'll go there as soon as I'm able. I'd be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. What you suggest, the curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit Baltop and resolve the issue. Okay. So I've got a few days. For now, we can only wait and prepare. Beg your pardon, Grace, for intervening with you. Let grasp your Varancy. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. Time passed.
I feel tired.
Choose a name for my barony. And I'm tired. Alright, name of my barony. What should we call it? Dren608 place? Stolen lands. I don't like that. Let's see. I've got Restov, Brevoy. Restov to the north. I'm kind of surrounded, aren't I? How about if I call myself... Oh, let's go crazy. We'll call ourselves the Middle Kingdom. Because that's where we're between Varn on one side and that other dude on the other, and the Brevoy people to the north, and God knows what we have to the south. So we'll do that. And I've got events. Hold a celebratory event. Okay, I think I need to do advisors first. So what I'm going to do, we're at half an hour. I'm going to go ahead and put a cutscene in here. We'll do kingdom management next time, folks. So we are now officially the Baron of what I've called the Middle Kingdom instead of the Stolen Lands. And we'll see how well I do. Going forward, I may not do all my kingdom management on camera because sometimes it's just annoyingly boring. And stick to the adventuring and, you know, why am I doing this errand or that errand, something like that. Please leave me comments on which way you guys would like to see me do. Do you want to see everything that I have to do, you know, dealing with the kingdom and stuff? Because this is where my stats start. My community's at 10, loyalty's at 15, military stability's at 6. So I'm going to have to set up people. I have 450 BP. Those must be build points. Get 32 per week. And I remember something about crisis points is I have to see how these has a rank here? I have to rank these things up. You have to get so many points over here, and then you can rank these up. And when you rank these up, you get these crisis points. And the crisis points, they help you when you're doing these mission thingies here. They help you succeed. They give you a big bonus on the die roll. So, yeah, it looks like I have a bunch of advisors that I have to fill in. What's this? That's High Priest. Okay. Treasurer. I don't have anybody that can be a treasurer. That's annoying. The general. Okay. Counselor does loyalty. Regent does community. He does military. He does economy. And the High Priest does divine. So all the other stats have to be some other things that I don't have yet. It's supposed to be the old man that's come in, right? Oh, it shows me what each one can do. So these two can be a counselor. She can be a regent. She can be a regent. Mary can be a general. Jethel can't be anything. Keston can't be anything. He can be a general. And High Priest, High Priest. Okay. Alright. We're going to put a cut in here. We'll be doing our advisors next time. And setting up our kingdom. And maybe going on a quick adventure if we've got an errand or something that we need to take care of in all of this stuff here. Okay? So, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you really like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then the notify bell. Be notified when I upload videos and or schedule out streams. Please leave me comments, people, on all these things. I'd really like to know what people would like to see. Which way would you like me to proceed? Do you want to see all the tedious stuff and just have me mark it as this is tedious kingdom stuff and this is tedious dialogue stuff, and then when I'm doing real adventuring, then you can like just skip to the adventuring, or you can bounce around and see what you want to do. That's probably how I'm going to do it. I'll just kind of let you know when I'm not really doing adventuring. If you're just interested to see how I handle a kingdom event or something, then we'll do it that way. And so you'll kind of have your choice of which ones that you really want to watch. All right? So, until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.